And it's Ken Kraetzer for Sons of America Legion Radio. We're at West Point football practice, getting set for the Tulane game on Saturday, and have a chance to talk with one of the sophomore running backs. That is Cade Barnard, who's wearing the Ranger jersey. Cade, good to see you. How was practice today?
Practice was pretty good. We got a little bit of lighter day today. Just the jerseys and helmets. The bye week we practiced really hard last week. Today we just kind of focused on all assignments and fundamentals and really just working together. Especially on the offensive side, just as a team. So.
Very good. Well, I always like to ask players, I get a chance to meet them, is where you're from, what high school you went to, and why did you decide to come to West Point?
So I'm from Seminole High School, from Seminole, Texas. It's a small town. I think population is probably about 5,000, something like that. Small rural town between Midland and Lubbock, Texas. So the closest big town is Lubbock, where Texas Tech is. So the reason I came to West Point was because I just really wanted to make myself go through something tough and set myself up for success in the future. Coach Vitti, my position coach, he was also my recruiting coach, and he came down and he told me straight up how West Point was. Told me it wasn't easy, but if I was up for the challenge, it'd be worth my time. And I really respect him as a man and as a coach. And being here for a year and a half now, I've kind of just seen how everything is, and the more you hear, the more you realize how it is tough, but it is worth it, and you get around some really good people. So.
Well, Coach Vitti walked across America for veterans. So it's one of the great things that he did prior to after service overseas. Now, I talk about it being tough. I always respect what it takes to get through freshman year here at West Point, especially playing football and academically, and then all the military rigor that you go through. How did you get? What was the key to success in getting through your freshman year here at West Point?
So Ken, the key to success is definitely just taking a moment every once in a while and just realizing that what you're doing, not many people get to do it, and it is tough. There's a lot of things you have to go through, and you don't have a whole lot of free time. But it's definitely important to sit back and just realize, I am one of the few guys that get to be at this great academy, and just embrace the struggle a little bit, and then realize that the people that are around you are top tier people, and you're not going to get to see that at any other college.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about you were out on the field against Morgan State, been in a couple of games this year. Tell us a little bit about what it takes just to move up the as a football player here and earn the opportunity to be out on the field.
So I definitely would just put all the credit to assignments and fundamentals. The coaches here are very fair with who gets playing time, who doesn't, and being in this triple option offense, it takes a lot of focus on the little things, and so the more you focus on the little things, the more of a chance you'll have to play. And again, it was just against Morgan State. It was just kind of a thing where we just trusted the O-line, and Coach trusted me to just keep my pads low and stay in there, and that's how it is for every B-back. It's more fundamentals than it is skill or age or anything like that. And the guys that are ahead of me definitely deserve to be ahead of me. So I'm definitely I definitely look forward to staying where I am and working as hard as I can to be more successful in the future.
Absolutely, and you're working with the offensive line. Maybe a final thought. Tell us about your teammates on the offensive line. We always credit them in this option offense that's been so successful here at West Point. Just tell us a little bit about your partners up front who open the holes for you.
Well, one of my best friends, he's in my grade, sophomore, Mason Kolenchek. He got his first action last week, had a few knockdowns. He's one of my good buddies, so I have to give him a shout out. Noah Utley, he was a second stringer. He went against Morgan State. I think he had 7 knockdowns, if I'm not mistaken. And he came in and just had an awesome game. And then of course there's the starters. Peyton Reeder, Jack Sides. Jack Sides is an animal. All those guys. Jackson Deaton. As Jack walks by right there. But Alex Hernan, and JB Hunter, those guys, they work harder than anybody on this team. So it's just incredible to see how much work they put in, and then to see that pay off on the game day.
Okay, Bernard, great to chat with you. You got a future in broadcasting. I think you're very well spoken, and I just want to wish you the best for everybody at the American Legion. It's going to be a big game day here on Saturday against Tulane.
All right, thank you, Ken.
Our pleasure. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio at West Point.